So this is Kindle Fire HD, the 8.9 version. First thing you'll notice is just a super high resolution screen, custom screen for this device, 8.9 inches, 1920 by 1200 resolution, 254 ppi, just one of the sharpest screens you'll see around. You notice it's very low glare even in this high light environment. That's because we laminated the display directly to the touch panel, and we got rid of the air gap between it. So it's a great example of what we're able to do there. You see it's also super fluid and fast across this. We spent a lot of time, even though these are big HD assets here, making this as smooth as we possibly can across the different media types. And we did that with a very fast processor, so it has a TI 4470 processor in here, great GPU in that processor to move around a lot of graphics. On the top, we also added a bunch of new categories for our library, so you're always one click away from the important applications that you have, your books, your newsstand. We've added audiobooks, photos, and expanded docs with our cloud drive in this particular one. We've added favorites to universal favorites on this product, so I can go ahead and bring up favorites here, and they're available anywhere in the system. If I wanted to add this album, for example, onto favorites, I just say add to favorites, and then if I come back down to the favorites, you'll see that it's now in the library down there. So it's a great handy place, and it can be any content type. It can be music, can be a website. You can put anything you want down there, and we can kind of go between this. Some great new features on this. Games are awesome on this device. Sorry, I got to tap. Here's a great game from Crytek. They ported their Cry engine over. It's a heavily GPU intensive engine, but they really optimized it for the platform. So I go into here, I'll play a level. What you're seeing here is actually a 3D rendering happening in real time. So I'm getting lots of polygons happening on here. I can take Fibble, which is the name of this game, and go ahead and send them around the kitchen table here. And we've added a whole bunch of new sensors to this package as well. So I have a gyroscope, and I can kind of get him into the hole there. You can see a great example of what the screen looks like when you're rendering in this vivid HD resolution. I'll go ahead and head back home here, give you an example of a magazine. Again, it's a good example of HD quality assets here. So we have a scrubber that comes up along the bottom, and then you just get a great magazine experience here. Super high resolution images. When I come to a screen like this that has text on it, I can double tap on it, and it'll put me into text mode. Now I can change the font size and do that if I'd like, read it however I want. I exit out of font reading mode there and go right back to the magazine. I can pinch to collapse this down and see the whole magazine in a grid view. So it's really beautiful in terms of what we can see on this. Come back home again, maybe show one other content type here, which is Sherlock Holmes. Good movie. Let's go ahead and try to. There we go. Streaming in here. And first of all, just show the kind of vivid nature of the screen here in terms of how great this is. I just showed you guys the dual stereo speakers on the back, so sounds awesome. Dolby sound for the first time, Dolby Digital Pro in this for the first time. Great screen resolution. We stream the videos on this device at 1080p, so you get this awesome resolution. If I click on it, you'll see the X-ray for movies come up, so I'll go ahead and pause that movie. And on this scene, we've gone through and done a scene-by-scene database. A lot of work went into this to get this scene-by-scene database. And in this scene, it's Jude Law and also Robert Downey Jr. So go ahead and click on Robert Downey. I get a biography. This all comes out of our IMDb database. So I can scroll through, learn more about what Robert Downey was doing. I can see the whole filmography of Robert Downey Jr. as well. He's a prolific actor, obviously, and if I, for example, want to pick one of his movies, maybe U.S. Marshals, didn't even know he was in U.S. Marshals, go ahead and click on that, and it'll go ahead and tell me, do I want to add that to my watch list? If I do that, next time I go to the video store, that'll be waiting for me to rent, buy, or to consume. If it's something that's in Prime, and I'm a Prime member, I can consume that for free. So I can come back home and end the tour here. We've really upgraded the email application on this too. So full Exchange support. I'm on a Gmail account at this point, but we have a great email and calendar application, super zippy, full web rendering inside of this to be able to kind of look at emails, and works great on this display size. It's super cool.